Hi guys, in this video I'm showing you exactly how I made my CV to beat those applicant tracking systems and gets noticed by recruiters. If your job application isn't ATS friendly, don't even bother applying. Applicant tracking software scans CVs before a recruiter ever sees them. It's used by at least 70% of employers in the US and UK and a staggering 99% of Fortune 500 companies. Stick with this video, use the chapters if you need to, but with my CV, you can make yours ATS friendly too. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ben, and I spent most of last year looking for work. Avoid my mistakes with this video. First of all, here's my CV. I used this to apply for a digital marketing apprenticeship role where I got contacted by recruiters. Hopefully, they can work their magic and get me some interviews. I will, however, break this down in this video on how it was ATS friendly. The first point I've realised is to keep the layout clear on your CV. It should be easy to read for the human eyes and the tracking software. In general though, this means structuring your CV in around 4 to 6 categories: experience, employment, education, and technical skills. I've also added interests and profile to mine. These are extra opportunities to plug in some keywords, and I'll explain what keywords are later on in this video. Here's how I've applied those sections in my CV. As you can see, I've ordered these by my strengths. My employment appears above education as my education sucks. And because I've got very little employment, to be honest, I've put an experience section at the top to summarize the skills that I've gained through both my employment and education. Make sure though to avoid the following in your CV layout: tables, images, charts, and graphics of any kind. Now these will only harm your chances of being tracked by ATS Systems. My second point is to order your CV properly. Make sure your CV is easy to read and pass. The information needs to be broken down easily. Ordering your CV properly not only saves you time, but it allows the ATS Systems to see what they are looking for. A lot of companies I've applied to so far, they seem to want to standardize your details in their formats. So you want to make sure that when you submit your CV and they're able to autofill some of the sections for you, that it's able to do so. When breaking down the 4 categories I mentioned in my previous step, this should have clear bullet points and subtitles. If I take my experience on my CV, for example, I've broken it down to bullet points. I could actually do a better job making this copy easier to read, but each point is summarized in bold. Also, when referencing the timeline of your jobs and education, you want to do so in reverse chronological order. That means your most recent job or qualification comes first. Again, this also helps you autofill those company websites when it comes to the education and employment fields. As an example, in my CV, here's my layout for work experience. You've got the job title, the company, the date, and key achievements. So when it comes to saving your CV, the format of it really matters. When you save your CV, you do so via a file format. The 2 most common are doc and PDF. I went down a Reddit rabbit hole for this topic, but typically ATS can read both a PDF and a doc file fine, provided they are minimally formatted. And make sure your CV has minimal formatting so tracking software can read the words and letters in your file. If you use PDF, export it directly from your word processor. In Google Docs, which is free, you do this by simply going to File, Download, PDF. Don't use headers and footers. They usually get seen as part of the main body of text and it can look messy. Don't use columns or tables ordering sentences. Write your document on your own computer so the metadata is correct. Metadata is document settings like author, title, and creation date. Keep to one font and avoid something like word art. And finally, put your name in the file name. Normally, just to make sure when I'm emailing a recruiter, I both send them a doc file and a PDF. PDF being the most common and readable file format for most applications. It also maintains the layout of your CV pretty good. So this probably leads on to my most important point on this video, and that is keywords. As most of you know, due to the economy, the ratio between jobs and the amount of people applying to them is insane. It's common that jobs have hundreds, if not thousands, of job applications. Human eyes can't simply go through them all. This is where ATS comes in handy because it tracks through loads of CVs and finds certain keywords or words that match the job description. If you don't match the keywords to the job description, don't bother applying. You are wasting your time and it is very unlikely a recruiter will even look at your job application. That being said, I know this CV got seen by a recruiter because they reached out to me, and so this is what I did to match the keywords on a particular job. So my CV in this video is targeting a digital marketing apprenticeship. This is the job description that I applied to. Most job ads have so much bloat in them, and so you need to just search for certain words that are relevant to the job. If you find a section called key responsibilities, that's a really good start. Here I can see LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, MailChimp, producing creative content, SEO, meta tags, PPC, social media marketing research, digital marketing. They all relate to digital marketing, and as you can see, there's quite a few. It's also worth noting that they aren't looking for somebody with experience or a qualification in this job. This is an apprenticeship, so the example here is a bit more nuanced. They're looking for somebody who wants to change their career path though, right? You still want to match the keywords, but change the verbs depending if it's a job or apprenticeship. So if I pan over to my CV, you can see that in my interests, I've included SEO and content creation. In my experience, I've covered digital marketing, but in a bullet point. And in that bullet point, I've mentioned skills that are also transferable, allowing me to put in more keywords. Because remember, I don't have experience as a digital marketer. It is an apprenticeship that I'm applying to. And so basically you want to mention as many keywords as possible in your CV. Find creative ways of adding them in bulk. What you want to do is find creative ways of injecting keywords into your CV that make sense and is applicable for the job you're applying for. If you are struggling to find keywords though, another useful tool to find them is to use ChatGPT. If you copy paste the job description and write the following prompt, can you find keywords I should include in my CV for this job ad? Here you can see a list of relevant keywords that might be applicable to put in your CV so that you can match this job description. Now, I never like to rely on GPT too much. I think it is good practice to find keywords yourself because then you get used to finding certain words that the job description is looking for. But in general, when you're applying to so many jobs and you get used to finding keywords, ChatGPT can really speed things up and your journey in applying for jobs. It's certainly the case for me. I'm applying to quite a few jobs a day. So with all those points covered, I don't see how our CVs can't be picked up by ATS Systems. Obviously, when a recruiter looks at our job applications, we still have competition amongst all the others the ATS Systems have screened. But yeah, I'll put my CV template and a keyword guide in the video description if you guys need it. If you need help with your own job search, or you want to follow my journey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I share everything I learn along the way. In the Discord, I've linked all the information from my videos in one place, and as the community grows, I'll post job opportunities and hopefully can help you guys find jobs too. The length we have to go to get a job these days is absolutely insane, but hopefully by helping each other out, we can make things a little bit easier. Thanks for watching.